What's up, everybody? It's Joe with We Are H Development. We're about accountability, positivity, emotional and spiritual development. A.P.E.S. To me, it's a mindset, it's a vibe, it's a way to live your life, to be accountable for your behavior and your actions and the way that you interact with the world, to practice having a positive mental attitude, and to continue to be willing to emotionally and spiritually grow and evolve.
Low self-esteem. This is something that I talked about in the Emotionally Unavailable Relationships podcast. Low self-esteem is hugely impactful on lots of people in life today. I have tons of friends who struggle with low self-esteem, and I wish that I could just fill them up. I wish that I could just get a pitcher of self-esteem out of my fridge and fill them up, but that's not how it works. In order to build self-esteem, you have to do esteemable acts. You have to do things that make you feel good about yourself. Generally, for me, something that's esteemable is something that has nothing to do with me. Doing things for other people makes me feel good about myself. Doing this podcast makes me feel good about myself because I feel like I'm giving back. I feel like my awful experiences and my good experiences are useful to other people. Investing your time and energy in being productive, being crafty. I know lots of my friends who are super crafty and super talented, and they don't believe in themselves enough to share it with the world. I have friends who sew and crochet and build things with crafts that could make a living. They could literally support themselves with their talents, but they just don't believe in themselves enough to share it with the world or to spend or invest their time and energy into doing that. And if they would just take a risk and believe in themselves, I wish that I could believe in them enough to make it happen. For me, it took me learning to love myself and learning to take care of myself and learning to grow in a positive way and building self-esteem. My anger has gotten so much better because I've worked on my self-esteem. I don't feel so bad about myself. I'm not angry at the world because I feel bad about myself. I'm not blaming the world because I feel bad about myself. If you're doing things that make you feel bad, stop it. It was the most profound thing in the world when my sponsor, a dear friend of mine, I was sharing with him something that I was doing and it was making me feel bad. And he said, well, maybe you should stop doing that. It was so profound to me that I had never thought, oh, this makes me feel guilty or ashamed. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Because in the moment when I was doing it, it was giving me instant gratification. It was making me feel good temporarily, and then I would feel bad afterwards. It was so profound to hear another man say, well, maybe you shouldn't do things that make you feel bad. If you're doing things that make you feel bad, stop it. Start figuring out what makes you feel good. Eat better. Get physical exercise. Get a hobby that isn't for anyone else. It's just for you. Spend time doing something that's just for you. Take yourself out to eat. Take yourself to a movie. Make something and share it. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Instagram. Share it with people. Look at what I did with my talents. It will make you feel good.